Hi guys, I hope that you are feeling well. This is the time of the month where I present to you my selection of the best metal albums, and this month of March has been amazing. I think since the beginning of this channel 2.5 years ago, it's September 2020 more precisely, I think this is the most packed month ever. So it was really a mission for me to pick my favorites here and to just get to 10 albums. It's something that is totally impossible, because also that I have to spend more time on each of them, because it will change with the number of listens of the album of these albums. By the end of the year, of course, some will be down, some will be moving up. So for the time being, with the few time that I had to listen to those, I am really it's really an impossibility for me to just create a top 10 for this month. So what I will do is just go by genre for this month, presenting to you, according to me, the no-miss albums in black metal, in doom, in melodeath, in death metal, and I will, in the end of this video, present to you my number one, because my number one is a no-brainer. So there will be a number one at the end of this video, but before that I will present to you my list of those albums that you can't miss, especially if you didn't watch my weekly episodes this month. Because what the hell is happening, guys? 100 views on each of my videos? Why am I so unpopular on YouTube at the moment? You don't like my videos anymore? We are more than 500 on the channel, so I would assume that I had at minimum at least 500 views on each video. What's happening? What's happening? Anyway, if I don't go in the right direction on this channel, on these videos, please let me know in the comments down below. It's thanks to you also that this channel evolves in the right direction. So give me your recommendations. What should I do more? What should I do less? What should I change in these videos? And it's with your help that I can improve Made Out of Metal. So that being said, let's waste no more time, and let's move on to my selections of the best metal albums for March 2023. Starting with death metal first, I have two selections in traditional death metal for you this month that you can't miss. First of all, I'm bringing you to Finland with the band Guts, G-U-T-S. It's a debut called Decay, and it was out on the 24th of March. It's 9 tracks for 35 minutes. It's really great traditional death metal with really deep growls on this one. I really strongly recommend you don't miss it if you're looking for some great traditional death metal. My second choice for death metal, traditional death metal, is a band this time from Los Angeles, and the band's name is Command with a K. It's their second full-length album called Death Age, and it was out this Friday the 31st of March under 20 Buck Spin Records. 6 tracks for 26 minutes, so easy listening, really short. It's tracks of an average running time of 4 minutes, and it's absolutely fantastic traditional death metal. My selection now for melodic death metal, and we stay in the US, but this time I'm bringing you to Minneapolis in Minnesota with a debut album from the band Majesties, who is called Vast Reaches Unclaimed, and it was out on March 3rd, also under 20 Buck Spin Records. It's 10 tracks for 38 minutes. If you're looking for some old school melodic death metal, like for example, the first albums of In Flames, music like that, you will be satisfied with this album, because it really pays tribute to the old school melodic death metal of that period of time, and I really suggest you don't miss it if you're looking for something like that. So now in melodic death doom or doom metal, so in this category for this month I start with Hanging Garden with their brand new album. I think it's the 8th studio album called The Garden. It's one of my favorite of their discography. Sorry, clearly it was out on March the 24th under Agonia Records. 11 tracks for 48 minutes. It's great tracks. You have female clear vocals, and you have male growls on these. So if you are fan of bands like Draconian, for example, you will absolutely love Hanging Garden, and they come from Finland. It's their new album, The Garden, so don't miss it if you like this genre. This time I'm bringing you to Spain with a band that combine death, black, doom and goth metal, and so they are Spanish. It's their 4th studio album. The band is As Light Dies. The new album is called the Lanikea Architecture Volume 2. It's not really an easy title to say, but the album is absolutely fantastic. It was released under Darkwoods Records on March 9th, and it's 9 tracks for 45 minutes. It's clearly one of the best of this month. Bringing you now to Greece with some melodic doom death once again, and it's the band Ocean of Grief who released their 2nd LP called Pale Existence. It was released on March 3rd, so really at the early days of this month. It's 7 tracks for 47 minutes, great melodic doom death, and it was released under Personal Records. Don't miss this one. Moving on to something different now, and I am here talking about some atmospheric sludge post black metal here with the German band Downfall of Gaia, who released this month their 6th studio album called Silhouettes of Disgust. It's a great one, and it was released on March 17th under Metal Blade Records. It's 8 tracks for 45 minutes. Yeah, what can I say? I just have the vinyl as well for this one, and it's a great addition to the discography, and it could be one great discovery for you for this month. Something different but still in doom. We're getting back to some doom now, but epic doom metal here. I'm bringing you to Sweden with the band Isolé, who released their 8th studio album as well called As Anesidora, and it was released on the 10th of March under Hammerheart Records, 7 tracks for 46 minutes. Absolutely fantastic, very melodic, very goth as well, you know, a certain goth mood on this album as well, there, and it's absolutely fantastic. Don't miss this one. Before moving to the last category, which I think you can guess will be black metal, and believe me, there's going to be a lot in this category as always on this channel. But before moving to black metal, so the new Neobliviscaris album, the 4th studio album from the Australian band Neobliviscaris, Exul, was released also this month, and it's absolutely great. It's not my favorite. My favorite remains, you know, basically I think it's my least favorite anyway of the discography, because you know they put the level so high, you know, in their 3 previous albums, that of course it's really difficult to maintain such a level. So for me this album is great, but it lacks maybe of an equilibrium on this. You know, the first part is very great, and then once you move on the album past track number 3, I think you kind of lose interest, because it's something is missing. Maybe the tracks are really long. They maybe insist too much on the violin, and I don't know, there's something that is really different for me on this album, so it's not my favorite on this discography. And spoiler alert, this is not my favorite album of the month. No. So yeah, that's a twist, you know, some twists happen, you know, on this channel, and Neobliviscaris' new album is great, but it's not my number 1. Let's move on to black metal now. Menakeret is a band from Iran. Yes, I think it's the first band from Iran that I ever mentioned on this channel. The band is called Menakeret, and he produced some ambient black metal. The name of the album is Menakeret, and it's their debut, and it was released on the 5th of March under Ardavalist Collective Records. And the particularity is that the album is composed of only 2 tracks of precisely 21 minutes and 06 seconds each, so which gives you a total of 42 minutes and 12 seconds full length on this album. It's absolutely great. You have sometimes, you know, the impression to listen to some doom metal as well, but it's a very moody, very ambient sound, and it's absolutely great. I love the artwork as well. So let's give it up, you know, for Menakeret. Give the band his chains, and because it's absolutely great. It's a one-man band, and the man behind this band is called Irank Noir. I don't know, and he does everything on this band. So all instruments and lyrics and everything. So yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. If you're looking for something particular in your black metal, this is the one. Nemesis Sopor is a band from Germany, more precisely from Dresden in Germany. It's black metal, and it's their 4th studio album called Firmament, and it was out on the 3rd of March, and it's 6 tracks for 50 minutes. It's great black metal. First by The Crown is the debut from Belgian black metal band Raum. So it's their debut album, Cursed by the Crown, who was out on the beginning of the month on the 3rd of March under Les Acteurs de l'Ombre is the label. It's 4 tracks for 36 minutes, so 7, 9, 8 and 12 minutes long. Long tracks, but really, really great black metal. I'm really proud that we have some Belgian bands, you know, presenting some great black metal like this, and that doesn't happen a lot, that doesn't happen very often, but this is really a no miss, and I'm not saying it because it's a Belgian band, but it's really great. So the band is Raum. Some atmospheric and depressive black metal now from Italy. It's the band Afraid of Destiny. They released this month their 4th LP called Contra Omnes. It's a great album if you're looking for some atmospheric black metal with DSBM connotations here, there and there. It's absolutely great. It was released on the Talheim Records on the 24th of March this year. 7 tracks for 53 minutes. You have a super long track of 15 minutes to close up the album. It's absolutely great. One of the best atmospheric black metal albums of the year so far. At the Altar of the Horned God is a Spanish band from Madrid, and they produced this month their 2nd studio album called Heart of Silence. It's atmospheric black metal, and it was released under I Void Anger Records on March 3rd. It's 8 tracks for 39 minutes. Black and death metal from Finland with Dark Elite, who released this month their 2nd LP as well, Anti-Spiritual Void Devotion. It was released so on March the 24th, and it's 9 tracks for 42 minutes. Heaven's Damnation are coming from Denmark, more precisely from Copenhagen, and it's their debut full length called Heaven's Damnation, simply released on March 3rd under Vendetta Records. 5 tracks for 28 minutes. It's one of my favorite clearly of this year. Don't miss that one. More black metal from Germany with the band Fagus, who released their debut as well called Inter. It's black metal clearly from Germany, released on the 10th of March under Silent Future Recordings. 6 tracks for 40 minutes. It's a great one. You know, you can't miss that one. Believe me. Don't pay attention to the cover, which is maybe a little not really properly balanced here. But you know, the quality of the music is really great. Don't miss it. I really recommend you don't miss it. This time we are back in Los Angeles, California with Lamp of Murmur, who released their 3rd studio album called Saturnian Bloodstorm. It released on March the 26th under Argento Records. 6 tracks for 40 minutes. It's absolutely fantastic. You have 3 tracks, then you have an instrumental track in the middle, and then 2 closing tracks of respectively 8 and 9 minutes. It's great black metal. 8th studio album from the London-based band Old Forest. So it's again black metal, and it's their 8th studio album called Sutwike, I don't know. Soul Cellar Records. It was released on March the 31st, so it's really fresh. 8 tracks for 47 minutes. It's great black metal as well. Don't miss it. Add it to your collection as well, please. Monacopsis Art is a trio that plays brutal and raw, hypnotic and hauntingly beautiful music, black metal, straight from their awful souls. The trio, formed in 2022, wanted to create music that is organic and raw, but still powerful and feeling evoking. And then I was just reading their Bandcamp page because there was absolutely nothing on Encyclopedia Metallum here, Metal Archives, you know, but so I was just reading the description on their Bandcamp page. This is absolutely phenomenal. I just discovered it this morning, and you can't miss this one, believe me. There's something really original about their music, and you don't find this a lot in your black metal, so please add it to your selection as well. Atmospheric black metal band from Switzerland, Ara. They announced in 2020 that they were gonna release a trio, a trilogy of album. The first Triad 1 was out in 2021. Second chapter Triad 2 was out last year in 2022. And believe it or not, they come back with their third piece of this trilogy now this month, Triad 3 Nyx. And it's absolutely great under Debermore Morty Productions on March the 31st. 6 tracks for 41 minutes. Great atmospheric black metal albums. Really one of the best. Oh, I have been waiting for this one really a long time. This is the sixth studio album from a one-man band from Norway, Mork. The album is called Dypet, which means the deeps. The abysses in Norwegian. It was released on March 24 under Peaceville Records, 8 tracks for 47 minutes, nearly 48, and it's absolutely great. The quality doesn't get lower, you know, album by album from this guy, because I say this guy because it's a one-man band. The guy behind this is Thomas Eriksson, is absolutely doing everything on this band, and it's a phenomenal album, really close to a raw black metal, but really with a good strange atmosphere as we like it. Don't miss it. It's the new album Dypet from Mork. And we stay in Norway for the next one, because early this month this band released their new album called Heimdal. I'm talking of course about Enslaved, and this album is really great. I prefer this one to the one that they released last year. This one is really fantastic. Each track has its own identity. It's really a great piece of black metal, of Viking black metal, let's say, but with a more progressive characteristic, you know, more and more progressive. When they release an album, is really becoming more and more progressive, but I really like it, I really dig it. This is the new Enslaved album called Heimdal. So you see, this was the month of March. It's unbelievable. I could make a top 50 of the year already with only the first quarter of 2023, January, February and March. If I pick my best albums, my favorite albums for this quarter, I could already do my top 50 of the year. It's amazing. If the year continues like that, and the end of the year I will do a top 200. You never know, you know. So it's now time to present to you, to unveil my album, my number one pick for this month. And yes, this is Melodic Doom Death who wins it for me for this month. It's Finland's band Mariana's Rest with their fourth studio album called Hour. It released on March the 24th under Napalm Records, 8 tracks for 54 minutes. And I have to say that I didn't expect to like so much the album. I knew that it was gonna be great, because I'm really a fan of this band since their previous album Fata Morgana that was out in 2021. But this one is totally different. I didn't expect that. It is such an atmosphere, you know. It's very melancholic, you know, and you have the impression to be wandering in a very dark and somber tunnel, and then you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, you know. It's very depressive, but also the symphonies, you know, the melodies that you can hear in each track is really meaning of hope, you know, and you have this balance of melancholy and hope that are battling, you know, that are really striking together, and it gives really such a great piece of an album here. And this is my number one pick of the month. This is the new album, the fourth studio album called Hour from Mariana's Rest, and I will have the pleasure to interview the vocalist of the band Yake on Friday evening. So the video of this interview will be published later on during the coming week on Made Out of Metal. So this is absolutely a great album. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. It's absolutely fantastic. It's my number one without any hesitation. Believe me. So this is it for the month of March. Please let me know in the comments down below what are your favorite pieces of this month, and I will see you on the other side. This was Melo. Enjoy. Ciao.
People dislike me because I am not completely like them.